Hello, everyone. Welcome to the HireMyVA Team and Business Building Podcast, where we help you to reclaim your freedom through hiring and thriving with virtual assistants without breaking the bank, your bank. I'm Dave Braun, and I'm here with my partner, co-host, great friend, bosom buddy, crazy guy, Larry Broughton. Hey, Larry.
Crazy guy's about right, man. Dave, I love you. Thank you for being my friend. You're awesome. I appreciate
and thank you, Larry. Thank you for that too.
Yeah.
Hey, so let's get into the topic. Today's topic is I've hired someone from the Philippines before, and it's just never worked out for me.
Yeah. Welcome to managing and leading people.
And having a business, right?
The interesting thing, Dave, about this question, and by the way, thank you for sending in your questions, and we'll make sure and remind you how to do that. And it's one of the great things about the community that we have online is that people can share questions and we can all join in and answer these. But, when I saw this question, what I don't want folks, Dave, to get stuck on is that I hired someone from the Philippines or Vietnam or wherever around the world, wherever you might find a VA from. Crying out loud, Dave, we've hired people right here in Orange County who haven't worked out before, right? You can hire people in the US or the Philippines, wherever, and they may not work out. So let's not get stuck on that, because what we need to separate, and I say this often, we need to determine what are we rationalizing, what's an excuse, and what's a reason, right? So it could be, these people could be from anywhere and they might not work out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's not a country specific issue. It really is. The issue is, not knowing what or whom to look for, the right characteristics, right? Not being able to filter them out up front and having the cream of the crop come into you so that you can pick from the cream of the crop and not from, anybody, right? And it's also partly that you're not able to, manage, right? As well.
Mm-hmm.
And lead,
Yeah. Well, it's one of the things I do love about the program. There's a lot of things, obviously, I love about the program is that we walk you folks through what to look for, how to hire the right person, how to vet the right candidate so that you can limit or at least mitigate the risk of having bad hires. Do not get me wrong. We cannot guarantee that the very first VA you hire after watching this program or participating in this program is going to be a rock star and they're going to be around forever. I can't guarantee that.
Right.
But the whole thing about business and entrepreneurship, and when you launch your practice, is to mitigate risk, right? Is to follow in the path of those folks who've gone before you and learn from them so that you're not losing as often, right?
Absolutely. In fact, when I first started out doing web development, I realized I got to build a team because otherwise I'm going to get stuck, and I can't serve my clients unless I build a team with some qualified folks. So I ended up hiring Joe, not his real name. And then he was around for a while, but he wasn't progressing. I made a few mistakes and then had to, let him go. And then I thought, okay, I've got it all down. I hired Mary, not her real name. Guess what? She just stopped communicating after a few days. I'm like, what the heck?
I remember that.
Yeah. And so then I adjusted the process, and then I hired Brian. I'll use his real name because he was with us and he left, and then he's back with us doing some work too. And he's inside the community right now. Yeah. And he's been around for like 3+4 years at the time of this recording.
Well, one of the things that we do always, Dave, is our AAR, our after action review. And that is one of the tools that's part of the program. And we have to ask ourselves, when these hires don't work, how much was it them and how much of it was us? Did we communicate effectively what our expectations were? Did we make the right hire? Did we take the time to coach them, train them, to make sure that they could do the job effectively? Or did we just make the hire and let them go and expect that they're going to meet our expectations when they really didn't even know what our expectations are for the job? That's a hard thing if you're a leader, practitioner, professional, entrepreneur, business owner, to look in the mirror and say, how much of this is me and how much of this is them, right?
Yeah, and that's why we've got the Thrive part of the membership in the community, because that, everybody else leaves that out, but that's the most important part. That's what's going to really get you having great VAs that continue to be productive and grow with you in your business, because that's our business has got to have to morph, they have to grow, they have to move, provide more services and clients to be able to do that. And we've got to have stars on our teams to be able to do that.
For sure. Yeah.
So, I think that the idea for folks is that, remember, it's not a country specific issue. It's more of, did I get the right person? Am I managing correctly? And like you said, Larry, I think it was a great point. Learn from our mistakes. Come help us guide you through the process, because it does work. And the clients that we have are living proof.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. If you think, I want to go back and just pick at the scab a little bit, and then we can kind of go on to the next question, if you don't mind. And that is this. When we are feeling overwhelmed, which a lot of us are, or else we wouldn't be looking for a VA, it's rare that someone is looking down the field, out at the battlefield, and say, hey, they identify what their need is before they actually need it. That's rare.
Yes.
Usually it's they're overwhelmed. Usually it's they're missing deadlines. And then there's a wake up call like, oh my gosh, I need help, right? But I don't need a full-time person who's in my office, or maybe my business is located in such a place, like I live remotely and I don't have a very deep labor pool around me, whatever the reason is that we've got VAs. However, if we follow the path, if we follow the plan, then we can limit the number of mistakes that we make. And I've lost my train of thought. Oh, here, I'm back.
Yeah.
And that is this. We can always come up with excuses and reasons or rationalize why we're not going to have somebody. But if we don't bring people onto our team, we're going to limit our growth. There's only so much we can do as a quote unquote truly solopreneur, a one-person shop. I would argue there's no such thing as a solopreneur. That's just me, and we could talk about that one day.
Yeah.
But you're going to limit your growth. You're going to limit your freedom, and that's what this program is all about: is giving you your freedom back. You can't do it if you're doing it all by yourself.
Yeah. And a lot of times what's going to happen is the business will almost, if you're doing it right, will grow almost beyond your capability, as well. So for example, we have some friends, they just came over last night, good friends of ours from church. You may know them, Larry, Paul, and Celeste. And they went on a client went on this really nice 75-foot luxury cruise boat. Well, the owner of the business who owns the boat is like, I can't maneuver this thing myself. So I've got to hire an expert, a captain who goes out with us to be able to, dock this and maneuver it around.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of grown beyond his individual capability. Now he could do it in an emergency, I'm sure, but he just doesn't do it as well as this person that he's hired. So he can, now he's hired that person to, manage it, and then he can go back and relax with friends and not have to worry about it.
Yeah. Well, you touched on something there. None of us are experts at everything we need to grow a business.
Yeah.
So why not surround ourselves with people who are?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we'll have a lot more fun along the way, right?
For sure. A lot more freedom. That's for sure.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, I think that's it. I think we touched on that one. That's good.
All right. Well, folks, thanks for joining us again today. And remember, building a team, as we talked about, is really the way to reclaim your freedom, to help you relax, to actually get more done, and to actually build your business. And we're here to help you. And 3 things we'd love for you to do right now, and we'd really appreciate it if you would do that. Number 1, subscribe to the podcast in our YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Number 2, give us a rating, hopefully 5 stars. And then number 3, go to HireMyVA.com for more information on our course and community. And remember, with our course and community, without experience, you'll learn how to prepare for, hire, and thrive with virtual assistants. Yes. Larry and I have helped folks, it's hard to count anymore, right? Yeah. And we'd love to help you too. We've got a great community and folks ready to help come alongside you. Yep. So just go to HireMyVA.com for more information.
Yeah. And do yourself a favor, do the world a favor. Go do something significant today. Go get them.
All right. Bye.
Bye.